Happy Monday. Happy Motivational Monday. Happy Movement Monday. Happy, what else? Happy Monday. I hope that you guys have a great week. This is the Passover week. Oh my God. Some of the people are fasting. Some of the people are at church the whole entire week. Some of the people are, what else? What else are they doing, mate?
They're out there jigging and jugging and jugging and jiggity jack jack.
You don't know what to say. But anyways, yeah, we are here. We are back. We're here to talk to you guys about the 7 kingdom values of confidentiality, right?
There goes that. How's that? There goes that. You gotta go outside. Eat bullshit. Chill outside. All right. Hello, everybody. Go over there in the
That
bed.
was too much.
Bed. Hey, get in the bed. God dang it.
Huh?
Never turn down for.
Alrighty. Okay, let's get into it. Are we gonna get into it, or you have something to say?
No,
to
you
the
get into
people?
it first. Go
You
ahead.
know, guys, we haven't been here, and it's kind of not. For me, it's like it's not. I'm not used to this because we used to be here every day, right?
Yeah.
So waking up in the morning and not going live is like, okay, I know I got stuff to do, but it feels so weird.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to share this word with you guys today, and I'm happy to be here. I feel like old times.
Old time. Hey, it's not that far along.
Well, it's not that far, but it's old.
We on episode what? This is episode
108, if I'm not mistaken.
108.
So
Episode
yeah.
108.
Yeah. We were supposed to
Okay.
stop at episode 100, but life was still allowing us to come in every day. But we'll be here every Monday and at 8.
What up? What up? What up? What
What's
up?
happening? At 8, what is it? 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Central Time to 8:30. So yeah, we're gonna be here, you guys. We're gonna be here.
You remember when we was on last time? We stopped at wisdom.
Yeah, we stopped at wisdom. We're
No,
going
we're gonna start at wisdom, but we stopped at trustworthiness.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
All right, so today's conversation is about the 7 core values. On last Monday we
Hi.
gave integrity, honor, and trustworthiness, right?
Yeah.
And these 7 core values of the concept of confidentiality and what's the
Grand
importance?
rising.
Why is it there? What's the reason? Why do I need to have confidentiality? All these things, right? How do I
Is it
incorporate confidentiality? And these were biblical principles in the concept of giving you clarity on why they exist. They're called 7 kingdom values of confidentiality. Okay. Last Monday, again, I said we gave you integrity, we gave you honor, and we gave you trustworthiness.
Yeah.
These are also things that you would love and respect to see within individuals that
Right.
you deal with on a day-to-day basis, that's in your friend zone, that's in your family zone. I mean, I want to have trustworthy people around me all the time. I think that's a very noble and godlike characteristic to appreciate from someone who's trustworthy.
Hi,
You know,
Junie is asking where was we last week.
we are.
We were here on Monday. We come in every Monday now.
We come in every Monday.
Every Monday, 8 a.m. to 8:30
Yes.
Central Time. So every Monday we'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things has happened and transpired. We are on the precipice of a new season right now for ourselves. And also too, it was a good time for my recovery. I ended up straining a muscle of some sort in my glute lower back area. I went to dance practice and basically was at the dance studio and was ciphering, forgot to warm up, and end up either pulling that muscle, right? So
Right.
a lot of my time in the AM has to deal with the recovery. And so we just made the Mondays the day to come out and execute. So that way throughout the week, that time is dedicated to the recovery. But we're here, so we love you guys, and we're gonna continue to drop these gems.
Right.
We got some content coming for you guys. If you guys haven't checked out our last videos, definitely go do that. Go support the movement. But I'm gonna pick up where we just left off. So today we're gonna pick up off point number 4, which is wisdom. When we use discernment when speaking to people, number one of the things is that you want to operate from a place of silence, right? Not at all the time do you need to be the one to be the main speaker in the room.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to observe the surroundings.
That's right.
Right? Wisdom comes from that, right? Also, the concept of wisdom is application. So what you have acquired or what you were silent about in the room full of millionaires or billionaires, that they were discussing certain topics that may have been 10 or 20 years ahead of time, you were taking notes. And when you were taking notes, you left that conference and you went to go apply those things, right? This is called wisdom, right? What you hear that is of good value, you now apply in your day-to-day life to then get the results of that wisdom that you heard.
Yeah.
Or that information that you heard, right?
That's right.
So another thing about wisdom is that you always seek counsel. Now, you don't seek counsel from individuals in your circle. You seek counsel from individuals with high-level grade experience, right? They have been there several times. They understand the formula, right? They have accolades that lets you know that they have been there, did that, done that, right? And so you acquire the knowledge to quantum leap to get the answers that you're seeking for. That way you dodge half of the obstacles along the journey.
That's right.
So yeah.
Not everything you know is meant to be shared. I feel like we already know this, but most of the time, if you, let me say you are, what is this? Let me say you're with a friend and you guys have nothing to talk about, right? Maybe you're just chilling, sitting, doing nothing, basically, and just talking and just chitty-chatting. Once your friend starts opening up and telling you more about what's going on in their life, you're going to want to do the same.
Right.
So now we have to find a strategy of not saying, however, listening to what they say and share whatever it is you want to share besides oversharing, besides saying everything that you know what I mean? Because most of the things, sometimes you will share everything that you know and you're not really on the spot yet.
Right.
You know it, but you're not sure. I know I have shared a long time ago. I have told someone not to do something, and then as I went deeper and deeper in my what is this?
Experience on research.
In my research, reading books, and then I figured out that no, what I said was wrong. I said that because I heard it, and I knew it, but it wasn't right. It was incorrect. So I had to go back. And I was so embarrassed. I had to go back. I was like, hey, remember I said this 1, 2, 3, and this is how it is. It's not that way. I had to do my research. But it was like embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Yeah. Like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
But that also lets the other person, a couple of the topics. And you said you confronted yourself and said it was embarrassing to go back after sin.
I didn't want to.
Committing to something that you had said that you thought was of value came from you.
Yeah.
But that also gives that person the opportunity to look at you in the point of view of trustworthiness.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
now you have honor because you did something that most people were not going to do. Right.
Yeah.
And that's integrity as well. Because how you hold yourself and how you uphold yourself comes to the relationship, as though not most people do that. Why are you coming to me telling me that you made a mistake about something? Like
I didn't mean to.
Right. And like that puts you in a different lighting too as well. Depending on the individual, on how they cherish and observe other people's characteristics to seek value from their relationships.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times, a lot of people are not seeking value from their relationships. They're seeking things from their relationship.
Ooh,
right?
I like that.
Like if my birthday comes around, are you my friend? And you say you're my friend, why didn't you give me anything for my birthday? Those are things. Those are not
Right.
qualities and traits about people that will
It's crazy.
be a longevity process to have everlasting relationships, right? That bring you into other relationships and other buildings and opportunities and things like that, right? So with wisdom, wisdom tells you when to cover, when to confront, and when to call for help, right? It lets you have a sense and of awareness that this is the time that I need to ask for this,
Yeah.
right? This is a time where I need to call for help because right now I am at a point where I understand that I don't have the answers. I've done all the
Right.
research. I've gone as far as I can, but I'm not literally grasping as much as I know I need to grasp for this particular issue, right? And let me lean onto somebody else that has an expertise of skills that can give me more clarity,
Yeah.
right? Point number 5.
Love.
Love.
L-O-V-E, love.
We protect people because we love them, not
Yeah.
because they are perfect, right? Protection is a natural state of awareness, right? You would protect your dog from running across the street. You would protect your brother or sister, your mother from, you know, maybe an abusive relationship. These things spark naturally within us, right? So love is a very powerful, unique vibrational frequency and emotion to really tap into and really become familiar with, right? And it's one of the things that God also uh, stress and expresses the most out of all, right? This is also how he separates himself from the other kings, right? You have kings that are thieves, you have kings that are selfish, and this is why we call him a righteous king, right? This is why we call him a holy king, because his lordship, right, and his authority as king and his plans and intentions, right, his interest in the kingdom is love base, right?
Yeah.
He's not taking from the people, even the territory that he wants to subdue through his offspring, through his family, through the royal family, right? That's our job here as royal family. We're supposed to be coming here and we're supposed to be having dominion over the planet so that the culture of heaven can invade and that the kingdom of heaven can now invade the territory of earth. And now it becomes the what am I looking for? I'm trying to say now it becomes the I want to say invaded territory so much. That's not the word I'm looking for. But now it becomes the influenced territory of the kingdom of heaven, right? And now the people, the culture, everything is now representing. So when other nations or when other places come to visit Earth, right, they understand that this domain, this territory is influenced by the kingdom of heaven. So when you go to the Bahamas, you can tell when you enter the land that that land was in, that land is, it represents the old kingdom, which is Britain, right? Britain invaded that territory. So when you go to Bahamas, you see they drive on the left hand side. That's how you know that kingdom influenced that territory, right? Even though they're not in power now, they were then, right? So let me move on. So love is there to restores. Love is here to restore, cover, and build up, right? Love is to hold space, not leverage.
That's right.
Right? You have any concepts about this?
I would say that you have to protect people you love, right? So if you're in a relationship, most of the time you want to share everything from the bedroom to the way the relationship is, the way the person carries themselves, what you don't like about your partner, and so on and so forth. I don't think that's anyone's business. In my own perspective, I feel like that's oversharing. You're sharing things that you're doing with your partner, your finances, your what is it? Your finances, your love life, pretty much, because like you believe that you have a best friend, and then you will tell this person everything about what's happening in your relationship. I feel
Yeah.
like there are things that are not supposed to be shared. People can look at the relationship in the outside and say what they see about the relationship, and I feel like that's more powerful than anything. I feel like whatever you think about my relationship, that's great,
Yeah.
whether it's negative or positive.
Yeah.
It's up to you how you see it, and I have nothing to say about that situation. I feel like oversharing on what's happening in your relationship. This is what my man does. He takes out his clothes and he just throw them everywhere in the kitchen. He does this, he does that. That's nobody's business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like things like that needs to be you need to keep those things to yourself. You need to talk to God about those things. You need to have a journal and write things down, because if you feel like you want to talk to someone, it's literally, you need to write things down. You need to talk to God about it. You don't have to go tell a friend, because you don't know if this friend is the real friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of my cousins not too long ago, she have an ex and a best friend, and then the best friend knew about the ex, and then all of a sudden the best friend went out with the ex. So now it's the ex. They still
Oh no, she
fix,
didn't.
they still trying to fix things, right, with my cousin, but the best friend is now going out with the ex, dancing with the ex, going to clubs and so on and so forth, being there, availing herself, which in not in a good way. I don't think, even if you guys know each other that much, you should like, oh, just because you guys are separated, okay, let's go out and let's do this. Firstly, the guy is not a good guy. Secondly, the friend is not a good friend. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's oversharing. Oh, we're trying to fix things. We're not good. We're not in good terms. Oh, okay, I'm gonna slide it.
Yeah.
You overshared, right? You should have just like, oh, everything's okay, and talk to God, talk to your journal, talk to yourself. That's all I want to say about this situation. You want to read the comments?
Yeah, we just got a couple people saying hey and things like that. I just want to say hey to everybody. Hey Fred, hey David. Hi Jenny. That's hey out of the world, out of the
out of
what
the
is out of this world? You supposed to be out of this world, so now out of the world. Hey to it's the what?
It's Dave Webb. It's Dave Webb.
Oh, hey to Dave Webb. Just want to say hi to you guys. Thank you guys for dropping in. We are talking about seven principles of confidentiality, 7 concepts of confidentiality. Not always sharing your business with everybody, right? And my wife was talking about like expressing like the level of love, right? There's different levels to love. People kind of associate love like in one like category, one area, but love is expressed in many different ways. So we are on point number 7. We're about to finish it up with 6 and 7, which is number 6 is accountability, right? It says we balance confidentiality with righteous correction when needed, right? And so like my wife was talking about her giving wrong information to an individual, like they were asking for some advice, and she went back and was like, wait a minute, that's wrong. So she ended up going back and, saying, hey, person, blah, 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 I wanted to let you know that information that I gave you, this is actually the right information after I did more research, and I just wanted to let you know. She took accountability in her own lane to then go correct something that she felt obligated because her integrity and who she is and who she's cultivating herself to be, to then take initiative instead of saying, oh, that person will figure it out along their journey. Right? When she had the willpower to be able to do so, when she had the power in her hand. So that's another way of correcting yourself, right? Accountability is on many levels, man. If you already knew you were supposed to wake up and do that workout because you said that you want to change, that's you are the person who needs to hold yourself accountable. sometimes, a lot of the times, it is very good to put yourself in the limelight, because then some way and somehow, by you letting people see who you are, you don't want to become known as a fraud.
Yeah.
Right? So you'll correct yourself and you will make yourself do the thing that you know you want to do, but because you're in the limelight and you don't want to be painted a certain picture. So that's why putting yourself in the limelight, telling a group of people, telling people who are actually doing things that you're going to be showing up to do this thing or showing up to do that workout, will put you more into the limelight of, I need to be accountable. I need to make sure that I get up, because I don't need these people talking about some, hey man, I thought you was going to be working out. I guess you ain't serious about that. You ain't really trying to be, nobody wants to hear that, right?
You gotta show up for yourself.
Right. You gotta show up for yourself. Confidentiality doesn't mean enabling sin, right? And I like to rephrase sin a lot of the times, because people associate sin in a very religious manner, and it doesn't mean what most people think it means. Sin is going against the highest authority, and the highest authority is the kingdom of heaven, which is God, right? Which is Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, right?
Yeah.
And not everybody will agree to that, because I'm not a religious person, but I do understand who is king, especially when looking at the world today. And I'm looking at, like, I'm from heaven, but I was born in Detroit, Michigan. And I can tell you from experience that these people don't understand. Nobody around really gets it. Everybody's just living life and trying to figure it out. But then, like, you're very in the world. So how you gonna figure out something that everybody else before us was trying to figure out then? Right? We got pieces and puzzle. We got pieces of the concept, pieces of the bigger picture, but more overall, it's like there's more to it.
Yeah.
There's more to it. And when you start to place God in the sense of kingdomship, you understand that we're not talking about a religious book. We're talking about a king, a kingdom, and his royal family.
Yeah.
Right? And the pursuit to invade the territory of earth, reason why it was created, to then influence it, right? To bring it from the invisible realm to then demonstrate it into the physical realm, and what that looks like. What does the culture of heaven look like on earth, right? And we see glimpses of that. We've seen little pieces every now and then, and we're like, why aren't we all getting it? Well, I thought we all want the same thing. And some people's like, no, I want to kill people. That's what I want to do. Like we got these offset individuals that I think to the core want greatness, right? And a lot of people are like, we need somebody to lead. That's why we do the presidential. Like, no, they not in divine. They're not in divine movement to do that yet. They're not seeking something beyond the physical realm. They're thinking they have to do it all by themselves, and I have to then elaborate and corporate. It's like, no, man, dude, there's more than what meets the eyes, bro.
Right.
When I have to summon up willpower is not a physical thing. It's a non-physical. Intuition is a non-physical. Imagination, non-physical. It is not in this dimension. That's why people are like, oh, I gotta get motivated. And they like, motivated ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna come up and then it's gonna go down. And what you gonna do after that, right? That's why you got these people who like, discipline. Do it when you don't want to do it, right? These things is, dude, look. More story, that's my whole point on that, right? So I like to really break into what the concept of sin means, right? It means going against the highest authority, which is God, right? Through the known will. What is the known will of the king? What does God want? What's the original intent of God wanting to do for earth? And then what's the second mission that God wanted to do on earth? What's the current mission that God wants to do on earth? It's the same from the original. It's nothing really changed other than us regaining a lot of things back. We got to do a subscriber. All right, ready? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing.
Out of the world.
Out of the world. All right, so it means handling it with grace and order. Right? Forgiving, right? Because there's a lot of times I get individuals who I can tell, forgive my people for they not on what they do, because you're arguing with me about something that's stupid and you're making me want to smack you, right? But now you're evoking my emotional intelligence to make me want to smack you. So therefore, I'm almost in the state of reacting, then responding to you. right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I have to check myself and say, I need to
like that.
respond to this person, because obviously it don't even matter if I yell at them, even want to fight them. It's not going to click with them. It's not going to register, and I'm not going to teach them a lesson because they're not ready right now.
Yeah.
So why am I getting myself frustrated because they're frustrated, and then it's making me frustrated? And it's like, nobody's making me frustrated. I'm making myself frustrated because this person is frustrated. Yeah. Right? And it's like, when you really take that accountability and you really check yourself, you're like, yo, I ain't about to argue with this person, bro. Like, if I get out and we fight, I mean, like, what did you learn at the end of the day? Nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't learn anything. I just literally gave you my power.
That's good. Let's see what are the subscribers saying before we move on to the last.
Let me say this last part. Accountability must be grounded in relationship and love, right? Oh, dance. Somebody said dance. What?
Let's dance. Where is it at? Bro, stop.
Yeah, you want to read some of those things? You want to read some?
Okay, yeah. So we have comments that I'm gonna read. Out of the World says, your wife seems like my sister. Oh, okay. Say hi to your sister.
Hello, sister.
I am not fluent in my English. I can understand completely from India. Oh, what's up, India? Welcome.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous. Nice English. I can speak. And then Hajuni said, out of the world, no judgment here. LocFam subscribers are cool here. You are doing your best, man. Yeah, that's true. I love that.
Gratitude.
And then he said,
that's a bit.
Okay, obeying, loving, lovely, subscribed. Okay, he or she subscribed.
Thank you for subscribing.
That was the first one. And then done one like also, okay. That's cool. Go. Yeah. Lol, yo, make me laugh. That was great. Thank you. Go. And then Brianna says, yo, LocFam.
Go to the bed.
Where have you been? We have been on vacation. I'm kidding. We come in Mondays now. We don't come in every day. I know it's different. It feels different to me too.
Yeah.
We come in every Monday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 Central Time. And then Out of the World says the man is brave and funny and angry. The girl very innocent. That's cute.
That's right. I'm angry, son. Gotta get mad.
Yeah, I love it. It's coming.
All right. So last but not least, we're gonna do the last one, which is number 7. Right. Number 7 is stewardship, man. Right. And so current terminology and current term for stewardship is.
Said I need y'all all week. Oh my God.
we're probably gonna come back for the all week. Yeah. This just been recovery for me, man. I really been needing that time in the AM because no need to explain. Was understood, don't need to explain. Right. But yeah, current term for stewardship is management, right? A manager, right? A person who governs, a person who makes sure that this thing gets done. How can it expand? What's the future for it?
Right.
And what's the upcoming week projects for this specific thing? Current day, right? Manager, right? So you want to read this one, babe?
It says, God watches how you handle what others give you, especially their truth.
Yeah.
Ooh, are you going to go around telling people about my truth? Huh? Are you going to do that? I mean, even if it's my truth or even if it's my husband's truth, I feel like me taking my friends, okay, let me do it this way. Me taking my friend's truth and sharing it with my husband, it's something very difficult not to do, but at the same time, you have to not do it. You know what I mean? You have to hold some stuff back and say, you know what, I'm not going to share this because I shouldn't share this. This person told me this because they trust me, you know? And if I tell my husband, I know he's not going to go around and asking or saying anything about it, but I'm now jeopardizing our honesty. I'm not jeopardizing our relationship, me and my friend, right? I think it should stay there until maybe she's like, okay, comfortable enough to share with both of us and so on and so forth. But I feel like this is where this is coming from. It's, you have to manage what people are telling you. You have to handle it in order. You have to know what to share and what's not to share.
The art of confidentiality.
Yeah. Just know
Not
what
everybody.
to share and what's not. Because if I tell you something, I'm expecting you to keep it to yourself. I'm not expecting you to tell your kids. I'm not expecting you to tell your husband, your friends, your subscribers. I know I do talk about my people most of the time, but I mean, it's not like things like hard things. It's basically mostly like lessons that they've learned and we've shared with each other and stuff like that. But yeah, handle what others give you.
Yeah.
Handle it properly.
Yeah, a lot of the times, some people try to take stuff within themselves, right? And confidentiality is another way of saying, you entrust this to me, I'm going to entrust this to God. So I'm going to go talk to God about your situation to get enlightenment. I'm not going to just be holding on to your baggage and then be trying to manage your shit when I got my shit over here to manage too as well, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, like properly doing it is like a lot of people have some baggage that they be dropping and it be like, yo, and if you're the person who like, I'm ready to receive your baggage, then that's a difference. But if you're a person who's not ready, I think a lot of the times, like people don't even have the boundaries to do so. But exercising confidentiality, I think, is like when you receive somebody else's baggage, it is not your job to try to decipher it for you.
Yeah.
It's your job to take it to God, to then for you to go into the world, right? Because you're giving it to God. Just like you're doing the same thing like when you have your own problems. You got your whole baggage of things that's happening. You're like, God, this, right? But then you're like, I like what the preacher said yesterday. Remember he said something about you have your stuff, but then God has, like, you need to ask what's the plan for the kingdom.
Yes.
Like, basically, don't be just sitting here worried about all your stuff that's going on with you, but you're not even asking what God did he needs you to do for the kingdom. Like, you sitting here worried about all this stuff. You. But what about that? What about us, we, you know?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times, like, you manage what you have by saying, okay, these are my issues. I'm going to give it to God, but I'm going to work on this for the kingdom. I'm going to work on this for the we, us, right? And not the me. I'm going to give all the me's to God, right? I'm going to work on the we's for us and the kingdom, right? How can I better bring the culture of heaven on earth, right? And as I'm doing that and on that journey and continuously making it the top priority, right? One of the top priorities, along that journey, I'm going to gain insight for the me's.
Somebody said they like your shirt.
Gratitude. Everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like that.
Hi, Chucky.
They know what that is.
Chucky Cheese.
That's My Hero Academia.
We definitely gonna subscribe to your channel, Future Boy. Thank you for sharing. And
Yeah. So more of the story is just that, you know, as you're on a journey, and you gave your problems to God, you're like, hey, God, you are the shepherd of this. You know what to do. I really don't know what to do with it, and I don't even want to spend my time trying to figure out what to do with it. Please give me insight, give me revelation about this along this journey while I'm over here operating on the kingdom, right? And then as I'm on that mission, I'm going to start getting insight on things that was the me's, and things are going to start getting solved in that journey. So if I'm doing it for me, you give me your problem, I'm going to give it to God. I'm about to figure that out. I don't even figure my own stuff out. I give it to God. And that's the mentality that we really need to, like, adopt, dude. Because I was not on this tip, yo. I was not on this mind frame, and I was not thinking like that. A lot of the times I would take stuff in my own hands, and I would try to figure it out. Right, I would wreck my brain, and I'd be sitting there like, oh, I gotta get this money. I gotta try to school like that. I gotta call somebody. I'm gonna figure it out. Right, and that was too much in itself too, man. Because that's also too what stimulates stress. Right, it's not always trying to figure out stuff logically. Sometimes, like, it's not your job to figure out things logically. Your brain do too much, and you need to. That's why I tell you to check your brain. We're at the front door. You need to sit down, brain. You doing too damn much. All right. I need you to let the intuitiveness kick in. right?
Yeah.
You need to only use that for certain things. I need you to know when you're positioned to use the logical mind at certain points in time. I don't need you just trying to take over brain. You don't take over at certain periods of time, but you gotta be real tapped in, tuned in to this, and really checking your brain at the front door.
Come on. Come on.
Once she don't get up like that, it's OB.
The hell is that, Sherry?
She ain't ready. Come on, come back. She ain't ready.
She's staring at the
She ain't ready.
doors over there. At the
Yeah,
window.
but that's my message on this one, right? And so stewardship over people's thoughts, people's state of mind. Because say for instance, you got a friend who's like, "Yo, I don't feel like I have any purpose here on Earth anymore."
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. Now,
Yeah.
for
Oh
you
my
to
God.
try to emotionally say, "Hey, man, da da da," yes, you can say, but if you ain't been guided to say the right thing. That's why it's good to give it to God first, so you can say what is then channeled to you to then impact this person more, right?
Yeah.
It's not about just trying to say something because this is a time you felt like you need to say something.
Yeah, that's right.
It's different, man. It's different out here, bro. It's different out here. So,
your ability to manage secrets is connected to your spiritual promotion.
yeah.
Do you have anything to say about that? Your ability to steward secrets is the connection. The connection, yes, the connection to your spiritual promotion or spiritual growth.
Absolutely. I think it's the same as when your inner being gives you a vision of something, of an idea or a grand plan or of the future or of a solution or of a major solution that may help a lot of people. It's not for you to always speak on it. It's for you to do the work first.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? It's like once you get it, go bing, you go, oh my God, that was a great idea. You take it down, you write it, right? And that's the first baby step, right? This should make baby steps of bringing
confidentiality.
It should be 7 baby steps towards bringing no, not confidentiality, towards bringing things into fruition, bringing into manifestation.
That'd be nice.
Right?
That'd be so nice.
That'd be dope, right?
Because I know that they tell us how to do things, but they don't really tell us the steps of how to do it. Because I mean, at school, I'm gonna make an example. At school, they teach you, right, and then they give you steps, and then they give you a book to read, and then they give you all these things like it's what is it? Like it's a training, some sort of training that you get from a
seminar.
Yes, like a seminar event or whatever. But they give you books, they give you notes, they talk to you about it, and so on and so forth. I think that in life, when we grow up and grow out of the people that we are when we were little, what are you doing, reading?
Yeah, make sure you say what's up too.
Okay.
Real odds and evens.
We are, it's like, okay, you growing or you blooming as a flower, right? You're blooming, but nobody is telling you how to take care of yourself, where to bloom and how to bloom, right? So you have to figure it out. You have to like now look and search and search and search. I think that the steps to, what was it? The steps to how to, say it again. You said it the right way.
7 baby steps.
7 baby steps to what? Not 7 baby, but baby steps to what?
7 baby steps to manifest.
Manifesting.
7 baby steps to executing God's plans.
That wasn't it. But okay, he did say that.
No, I did, but I just made a new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted the first one, but okay, executing God's plans. Let's keep it that way.
All right, whatever.
So yeah, the steps to executing God's plans. Nobody's telling you what to do after you done blooming, right? You bloom and then that's it, and then you're gone. You go to work, you have to work and pay the bills, you know? And then after paying the bills, you have to take care of yourself, go out and have kids and get married and do this. Nobody's telling you the right way on how to do things. You have to figure things out yourself.
Yeah.
But that's why I was literally saying that will be great to have maybe a book that tells you, like, gives you step by step that this is how you can get to where you want to be or to the person you want to become. Yeah, that's it for me.
Other than that, Nezuko, let's go. Go to the bed. Nezuko, go to the bed. Bed. Nezuko, bed.
Okay, so the comments. Let me read the comments real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Bed.
Da-da-da-da.
Thank
Real
you.
Odds and Events said, "Oh, gotta give that proper getting Grand Rising LocFam. Been just sitting and listening in. We appreciate you. What's up, Events? What's up, Events? I'm saying the same thing.
Oh, I
But,
think
yeah.
he said even he's talking about homeboy at the top.
Oh yeah. Well, he
Real
said
Oz
Grand
and
Rising LocFam. I've been just sitting and listening. We
No, I
appreciate-
said the last one. What's up, events? He's talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He's greeting. He's greeting him.
Odds and events. Real odds and events.
Yes.
Yo, real odds and events be really giving the love, man. On
Yeah,
the
we
videos,
appreciate
he be dropping the comments. He be liking, comment, sharing.
Yeah.
He be really on that. And I just want to say gratitude and appreciation for even taking the time to watch our video, and we hope that it finds you blessings and many value when we're giving you
Yeah.
this information, because that's the whole point of us
Doing
being consistent with YouTube is like, we do have value to give, and there's a lot of insight, because on a daily basis when we're out and about and we're talking with people and strangers and stuff, you know when you have something to say that really impacts somebody's life, and you're like, dude, this can't just be not script. I mean, this can't just be not recorded. Like, it's more to it. Like, if Tony Robinson, Dr. Miles Monroe, all these individuals are doing it, it started from that. Obviously there's a level of skill that you gotta continue to go up the ladder and develop yourself as, and that's just a lifestyle, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't just be done in real life. It should be done in real life and be done through other platforms that allow you to reach farther across the world,
That's right.
And so that's why we started this
41
mission.
minutes.
Yeah, no, that's why we started this mission on, being consistent on talking about certain topics. That's why we talk about things that allow and focus on different perspectives of growing with God, health, wealth, love, and happiness. These are the 5 pillars to creating a fulfilled life, right?
Yeah.
And it points you in a direction of fulfillment, because these are areas that need to be developed. These are areas that can be developed. These are areas that can be giving you awareness on how can I develop this? What does it look like? Because some people don't even know what happiness look like to them.
Oh.
Some people associate happiness with things.
If I would get that, if I would be like that.
Right. And then when you get those
If
things,
I would go on a vacation, just like Brianna
Right.
said, we want to go on a vacation. We are going to go on a vacation, Brianna.
yeah, that vacation is going to give us memories, right? That
Yeah.
vacation is going to give us everlasting memories and things that we experience. But if we go on that vacation and we're not building memories and we're arguing, that's not going to lead to the happiness. It's not going to lead to the
Yeah, that's
joyfulness of, you remember that one time when we all went on vacation and then we got in the water and then we seen all the creatures that was at the bottom, and like being able to really get that happiness from experiencing
Memories.
life in the
Yeah.
physical realm, because once you leave physically, it's like, what did I get from being here on earth? Is it really a joy and a pleasure and much gratitude to really thank God for getting the opportunity? Because you remember, listen, after this, I'm done. You survived out of 500 million.
You like to say that.
I do. I love it, because people don't really understand. You survived out of 500 million sperm cells.
Right.
That means you literally, not physically, killed your brothers and sisters, all right?
Literally
You
not.
killed your brothers and sisters. It was a race to the death. All right.
Everyone.
You didn't say, "Oh no, go in front of me because you will live and I'll die." Right? No, you was racing for your life.
I think I would take that as in like you were chosen.
You were chosen.
You were chosen to be here, so God wouldn't choose you to be here just to be here, to exist.
Yeah.
He chose you because he has a bigger purpose for you.
If you have to race to beat death, it's a race it's a race to
I
live.
didn't even know that they were racing for that.
I'm saying, but that's what the whole point of bringing the sperm cells, because when they're racing to the egg, they're literally, if they don't make it, then they die, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They go,
So
yeah, they go back.
even when you talk about scientifically wise, I'm gonna make it sure, I promise. Even when you talk about it scientifically wise, you know, you were chosen, and not only that, it's just that big of a gift. It's just that big. You didn't survive out of just tomb sperms. It wasn't just you who got shot out and was like, yeah, just me, just keep swimming, swimming. No.
Keep going.
It was like, I'm gonna win, you're gonna die. Everybody was arguing. 500 million, everybody's arguing. Everybody's bumping, knocking, tripping.
Bitch, stop. Get out of here.
Slapping each other. Ugh. Yeah, they was fighting. It was a fight to the death. It was a fight.
Okay, you guys, we love you. Oh, let me read the last comment from Hi Junie. She said, you guys have helped me with all the knowledge you both share. Just know you guys are fantastic people and of God's King. Fantastic people of God's King. And then
God's Kingdom.
Oh yeah, Kingdom. I don't know what's happening, but
you want me to acknowledge that first part?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Thank you. And we say the same for you as well, right? There's no difference between us and you. What I realize is that all of us, it's just about execution. It's about really just being out there, really moving forward, really pushing beyond the limits of fear and coming from a place of lack, right? Because fear and lackfulness make you stunt and growth, right? Because they stop you from creating that next big thing, from putting yourself on camera, from thinking about what other people think about you. And it's like all these things are like, none of it matters. Because if I'm driving and I go off a cliff, I'm not thinking about those people anymore. I'm thinking about I need to live, right? And, you know, it's just that I be making stuff really extreme because it's like, dude, when it really boils down and it's right there, right now, it's what I'm saying right now. None of that shit matters. It's about, I could have did so much. Like, is this really the end? It's like, I don't ever want to go out without emptying my cup. I never want to go out because life is, man, I don't want to say...
Emptying or filling your cup?
Empty cup. Right? Because it's full.
Pouring out.
Right? It's full, right? Right? There's so many things that you're still receiving. Right? The whole point, every time you wake up, you're receiving. It's just about how you fine tune to the frequency to receive and be present that you're receiving.
I love that. All right.
So, peace, blessings, prosperity, and success of abundance in your journey in life. We see you. We see you being, doing, and having all the good you desire.
Yes.
All right? Only if you see it for yourself.
Right, because we can see it. If we can see it, if you can't see it, you can be it.
Right.
You can be what you don't see.
We appreciate that, future boy.
Yo, definitely subscribe to your channel.
Understood. Hey, yo, dap. That's fire, yo. So yeah, man. With that being said, stay locked in, right?
Vibes only.
Locked in meaning locked in the mindset, right? Locked
in the vision. Locked in your purpose. Locked in who you want to be and what you want to become.
Right. And if you don't know who you want to be and what you become, you need to be leaning on God. You need to be not dependent.
Finding it.
Right. You need to be not independent, but you need to be dependent on receiving from God.
Yes.
So I see y'all in a minute. Stay locked in.
God vibes only.
Kabow!